So it's not a wild, wild west out here. No. The media will make it look like it's a wild, wild west. What the government has said is, look, you're coming through the border, you're there more than 14 years, less than 2 years, they don't file the application, we're sending you back home. What is your business? When ICE grab you, they don't put you on a plane same time, unless you already have a removal order, Muta. So those that are detained, they will have their day in court, but what the president is saying, you're not going to be out there walking around undocumented.
Yes. These guys who are run this place are in the interest of the people. Them need to show say them is political leaders. Them go like them no want do the thing or the thing supposed to do, or we know what to do. We can't go talk to Trump. We can't go talk to the minister or whatsoever in America. And them supposed to do it. And we continue to tell them. I tell them, say, the gun, them knows the gun them come from America too, People are going like the music done because of where them are hear on the radio every minute, every hour. But you have music I make out there. Yeah, you have music I make. Good music. So by now, you hear the thing that are going on in America. One of them was the Donald Trump decided say him go freeze all funds. All funds. Like anywhere America aid a go on. Not AIDS, aid. Where them are aid people, him a freeze it. That means hospitals, people who need some food, anything where America involved in the Julang belongs to AIDS. Him freeze it. Well, apparently the people them ball out so loud, included in America and in part of them. Say, oh, you forgot to do that. I've dead you want people go dead all over the world now and then blame you. Him can't panic now, him say, all right, we're going to hold it off. Yeah, him can say, we're going to freeze it for 90 days, which are 3 months, that, You know much death and destruction that could have caused because certain people, certain children now get them food, certain now get them medicine and all them something there. Well, him decide, say, all right, we're going to hold off on it little. Then now, him a fire left and right. Him a fire by the man of Lego everybody who now keep in line with FEMA way. So FEMA government is him. Him are the government personally. And if you don't, it's like a king, the empire. Him like him a create an empire around himself where him is his sole authority, where you call it now, autocracy at its highest level. And if you don't fall in line, you can lose your work and lose your job. So that is where America is right now. And as usual, him still threaten the people. Them. Him threaten Canada, him threaten Mexico, him threaten Panama, him threaten Greenland. And Denmark pick up the thing, and Denmark decide say, no, we live clean now, but we're not going to stand up and make no giant take over way. I did say one time, say, even if it was in this time, David would still kill Goliath. Yeah, I used to say that. If it even was in this time, David would still kill Goliath. He must show you, say, power is not necessarily because you have power, you wield it over people who you feel is less fortunate than you. And that is what we see in America right now, that this man is wielding in power left and right. Even to the people them who vote for him. We see a man, a ball, he must say, him come from Venezuela. Well, I don't know if him come from Venezuela, but him same wife come from Venezuela. And them was looking about the papers. And them supposed to go to court next week. Oh, I hear this, because Jamaican people, it going to reach a whole heap of, Anyway, the man say, him get the papers now and him get a date for go court for go seal up the immigration business in terms of making him wife become legitimate. Rotted. Day before yesterday, ICE, the immigration authority there, grabbed the woman and deport her and left him. The man said him can't believe it. You know why him can't believe it? Because him vote for Trump. He vote for Trump. Him say, and people that tell them, you know, I say, look, you know, you see what I vote for, I'm not going, sorry, you know. The man say him vote for Trump. And now him a try to figure out a way how to plead to the government to make him wife come back because she have the papers them ready to go to the courts to seal up her with her green card, citizenship or whatsoever. Well, brethren, hush. That's all I can say, hush. Then now we say a helicopter and American airline crash in a mid-air. They might have picture it, you know. I don't know them people that catch them picture there, you know. The helicopter just go right in the American airline, bloom. Them claims everybody go dead too. 20 odd people. So far them old, them fine in the waters. Them say everybody go dead. That is a terrible, terrible crash, you know. Terrible. And next a helicopter crashing a plane. That means I go down the plane, I go down, you know, in the airport, you know. It go down. And the helicopter will fly lower, just crashing it and everybody gone. And then the next plane crash in a Sudan. Yeah, 2 planes crash in a Sudan. That may actually say, what is happening? What is happening? All these things is happening at the same time. But it surrounds America. A whole heap it surround America, you know. Because you see when them say him stop the aid and this and that to different countries, because you know say Africa feel that, you know. Because Africa is a bigger country. And in a little way, I never feel sorry say him do it, you know, because them have the thing named third world countries, too much handout. We have to develop our own way of doing things for ourselves. We can't just look for handout from America. And the people them know, you see, the thing with it, you know, is that we did play something last night about Cuba. Cuba decide, say, all right, them now depend on America, you know, because we know that even at the Cuban thing, Cuba did send soldiers to Africa, you know, in a South Africa and Angola and Mozambique, them send soldiers go down there. And them say, Cuba have some of the best doctors, even better than American doctor. Because them did make them own COVID vaccination. Them never depend on America for do it. Now, Cuba supposed to be a communist country. China supposed to be a communist country. Yet still China, the advancement which China make over a period of time surpass America. It's supposed to be a communist country to do all of these things, innovations in science and technology and all them something there. And now, we see them have an organization named BRIC, where you hear we talk about from before South Africa, giant BRICS, you know, we talk about BRICS, you know. But now, BRICS get so powerful now that them have almost half of the world economic strength. Given the amount of country them now we're part of it. We talk about like Cuba now in it. Nigeria just joined this week. Yeah. Nigeria have the largest population, well, maybe not the largest, but Egypt big too. But Nigeria have one of the biggest population in Africa. And them have isle like isle. And them now decide to them move out of the Americanization of them things and go join BRICS. And you know, I mentioned the other little country them around there. We go join BRICS and all. So we are today the economic structure move away from America. Yeah, that is where happen now. It's a move from America. And we don't know what will happen now. Because China and Russia are help. Because the reason why the South African did side with Russia, you know, is because in them time of need, Russia did jump in and help them. Yes. And a whole heap of African in Africa will on Russia because them say America, when America come, them a put on stipulation for you like how them send Kamala down there to tell the people them say they must accept homosexuality. And the African them say, what you know, we don't know that, you know. We don't know that. Well, we see them have a leader, you know, who say him not accept it, him not accept same marriage, him not accept transgender, and now him say, look, you know, you say anyhow, you go at the airport, for instance now, them have a thing named male, female, or other. Other mean now say, you're gender neutral. You see, if you take gender neutral, them not allow you for board plane. You have to put either male or female. And if you go in any place and a set up account and all them something there, and you go put say he is male, transgender and gender neutral, gender neutral, he must say, look here, we don't accept that. We're not accepting that at all. So all of that now have a terrible taste in the mouth of a whole heap of people. Because you're going to isolate a group of the people them in your own country. But the African them, they don't tell America and the Biden say, we're not accepting that thing as part of our culture. Our culture is not designed to recognize homosexuality. And now we see this guy come now and say, him not recognize it neither. So, I don't know if people are going to turn to him because African, but the African, them are moving from America seriously. Yeah, we don't talk about this. Trump and him things them were going and the idea that he must say a two gender, male and female. I agree with him with that. You know, I remember one time we were traveling on a bus, tour bus. I was traveling there, I think at Germany we there, I got through for the next show. And for those of you who know, musician, with them in a bus, a pure argument and reasoning and this. But the African virgin in the bus, who was the kind of road manager, him look about the tour for you. And it come up to the case now where we are talking about the gear them. Because sometimes you drive on the bus and see some of them and you say, wait, other man that just walk like him a woman, so and all them here. And we start to tell the virgin, say, you know, say, you have man who sleep with man. The African brother say, where we get that from? And I say, where we get that from? You never hear about homosexual. Him say, there's no way we can convince him. Say a man lie down with the next man. No way we can convince him with that. I'm pure laughing, you know, Virgin. I'm pure laughing because we are saying, but look at that now. Not that it down the Africa, you know, because if you go to South Africa, it's enough, you know, especially in Johannesburg, enough. But you have people on the earth can't conceive or perceive that this thing is happening. And it's so wide in America now that man if you pass law against certain idea that them go further now. Them pass homosexuality now. Them have all people who say them a cat. Yeah, you have people who say them a cat and you have to treat them like a cat. You have people where them a change, hey, all in the prison them, you know. Hey, them put a transgender in our prison cell, you know. And me I tell you, in ball to come out of the prison, ball. It's a terrible thing. So, we're just so near to America, you know, that it eventually going to reach a stage in America where, yeah, all man we talk about bun this and bun that. Look here, man. if you can't change the thing, love it, you know, because you're not going to change it. And you have read about it, so you never hear me say this and I say that yet. Because me can't change it. Me can't change it. It will just go on as long as a man, nobody bring that to me. Nobody go on like say, man, come bring it to me. You know, don't do it. Or that's no, me know the blood and fire thing, you know. I war, because me don't need a man to come go on like, even go on like to me. Me let me that plain. Because that's how you're going to say, Mutabaruka is not a righteous fellow, as you might think. You know, say it. Anyway, so Trump seemed like him have flaunting power all over the place, and he might get everybody scared, especially Greenland, Denmark, the EU, them gather momentum with them arms and war machinery to send it to Denmark and be a part of the struggle if Trump decides he's going to invade Denmark. Yeah, and Panama is the next thing now. Panama is so near to we. Because only for Jamaican did go to Panama go help build the canal. It's not only American build it. Like, when I talk is like America alone did do it. But it's not only American that build it. Only for people dead to build that Panama canal. Disease like worries lick them. Because of the terrain with them today, I try cut over mountain and through mountain to build that waterway. But here we know. What is Jamaica? I'm going to ask this question till election come. What is Jamaica going to do? Given that what Donald Trump is eating out against is the influence of China in the Panama Canal, is the influence of China in Greenland. What is it going to happen? What is going to happen when him turn him eye now and say, but Chinese people, they are Jamaica too much, you know. We have to tell Mr. Holness, say, look, you know, tell them for left, you know, or we have got old sanctions by you. And you know, so we beg, and licky, that we have IMF around with them, borrow money from with them. We have all sort of aid all over the place where we had searched for, because the government of Jamaica, them so into corruption that them need a whole heap of aid. So here where the statistics are saying now. The statistics are saying the countries in the Caribbean that have the most people that is going to be sent back to them country. The first one is Haiti. No, thousands. The second one is the Dominican Republic. And we're still in the running because the third one is Jamaica. I don't know how we missed the first place, given that we love the first. So it's 3 countries in the Caribbean where it's a serious thing, because Barbados must have about 200 people where they go send way. But Jamaica, Haiti, and Dominican Republic in the Caribbean is said to have the most people that is going to be sent home at a Caribbean island. So you can just imagine when them people they come back here, so what is going to happen, because Jamaica can't say them, can't take them, not take them, you know. Can't say it. It's a serious, and a whole heap of them go out there and vote for Trump illegally. Because not only murderers and thieves and things he must send home, you know. No, he must send home people who just look like me and you. Just look like me and you. Anyway, we're going to take the news and sports and come forward. And if them politicians sit down and say, oh, the DJ them just, and the singer them just dip and whistle. Or them just dip and whistle. Well, may I tell you something? The singers and the DJ, them are not idiot. Them not just because things according to you, look bright. They might sing things were dull. Because if it did bright, they would have sing bright things. And most of the songs that we have come out now is one like what we are playing now. Something is happening where we don't like it now happen. We don't need to take a stock because we are not idiot. The people them is not idiot. Something is happening that we not checking. Because we can't get up every day and go on like say everything is okay. You know what I mean? The crime gone down one. Last year it was 51, today it's 50, so it gone down one. Well, no much dead since we said that last week. And no people dead since we said that last week. You know, I mean, unemployment gone down. Construction is going like a big boom. And the people them still a ball. The people them still a ball, you know. We don't realize it. You think so when we're on the road and I say these things, a trouble where I look. But I look no trouble after. When I look no trouble. Because in time we all talk about the people them who are done to the street them and I show them this and that on the road. You know? So we have to be mindful of it. The voice of the people according to what tell we, you know. Long time it go on and it no ease up, you know. It no ease up with all them songs you sing. It no ease up because you have some people in a high places where hell bent and keeping it that way. Yeah, man. Somebody a profit off of this thing, yeah, man. Them head bent and keeping it this way. But poor people just a kill poor people just like so. It's a serious thing. Yes, so we're there with you. Stepping Razor. We want to tackle this thing here that is now brewing in America and is having everybody, I don't know which part them have them, but people getting nervous and fretting. Those in America getting fretting if them going to get deported. Those in the Caribbean, especially Jamaica, you know, is worrying what will happen to the little pittance where used to come to them from whosoever used to sell it to them. We have on the line here Dr. Darian Johnson, immigration advocate and CEO of DJ Consulting Service. And we also have Diane Winter Funde, attorney at law at Winter's Law Practice. So we could start with the immigration advocate. Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Diane, you there?
Mr. Johnson?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, all right.
Yes.
All right, so what an immigration advocate do? What you do?
Yeah, thanks so much for the opportunity, Muta, to be here today. But basically, I say we're high-level document preparers. We're trained by this attorney you see on here. She opened a school. She saw the need to kind of help people who, you know, prepared immigration documents for people to do it good and do it well. And so we basically, you know, once you go to her school, you basically work under her. Any legal guidance, she takes care of that part. And it's a group of lawyers that we work with as well. So we're not trained attorneys, we're not lawyers, but you know, we're able to kind of file paperwork for people and stuff like that.
All right. So since they now grouping up of everybody to deport them, you see a lot of people coming into you.
Oh yes. I mean, we don't even have time to take calls because people are worried. People don't know the next move. People want information on what they can do and what they should not do, right? People just want guidance all over. And so, you know, we've made ourselves available for people. Like I have a team. There are so many other in winter academy, we're all called legal rebels, and you have a lot of people who have mobilized their team to kind of respond to some of these needs, respond to some of these clients on the tutelage of Attorney Diane Winterfunde.
All right, so I could bring in Diane. I can call you Diane.
Yes, good afternoon. Yeah, man, call me Diane. That's the name my mother gave me, sir. Yes, you can call me Diane. How can I address the Most Highness? How can I address you? Because I know you from I was a child. You may not know me, but I know you.
And your Muta.
Good afternoon, Muta. Pleasure.
All right, give thanks. All right. Why make it so like me whole? All right. So you mentioned your academy that you have here, and you are listed as attorney at law at Winter's Law Practice. How you shape your organization to deal with what is happening in America at this moment? How you shape your organization? You have to do something different. You have to put certain things in place different from what you usually have. Tell me, explain to me.
We have to put some empathy in place and no judgment. That's the biggest thing we can do. Put some empathy in the thing, and you can't judge people because somebody might call us Muta. They've been living in the country 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years, illegal, undocumented, and they didn't really make a plan for a day like today, you know.
No,
so as practitioners, we can't judge. We cannot judge. We have to be aware, to have some empathy, ask some questions, and we have to go into the toolbox of legal knowledge and see what we can find, because a lot of people that the president is targeting, by right, they have they don't have a lot of legal rights in the U.S. So we have to go into the legal toolbox and be as creative as possible.
Yeah, all right. I wonder if people thought that this thing would only go for people who is criminals and things, but we have heard of cases where people who is not criminal, it's just that them is there, not documented, or is going to get them documents, but this thing catch up on them. How you deal with that?
Well, again, we have to look at what rights they have. Remember, the president hasn't put in the new laws, you know.
Yeah,
what he's doing is enforcing.
The law.
There's no new law, you know.
Yeah.
Right.
He's just enforcing what was already there.
Yeah.
Right. And if I can add too, Diane, with Muta question, some of these people, they're not criminals, but in one of the executive order was to increase the use of what they call expedited removal. And so some of these people are here probably under 2 years, and immigration pick them up. You know, they're trying to get them out as well.
There's a man that I saw in one of the news reports. Him is from, I think, his wife is from Venezuela. He's there legal. His wife is looking for papers that him say that him was going to court next week. And the ICE people them come and grab her and deport her. Oh, that fit in, how that work out? What can he do? Because them could have want to send him to know.
Yeah, we'd have to see the facts. And if he's detained, so when ICE grab you, they don't put you on a plane same time, unless you already have a removal order, Muta.
Yeah.
So those that are detained, they're in court, but what the president is saying, you're not going to be out there walking around undocumented.
Yes.
So if I take you, and they find out, look, wait, we catch somebody who is a citizen or a green card, they're going to release you. If they take you and you have your day in court, you're going to go in front of the judge, and the judge will get to make a determination.
Right.
All right. So the people them who's there like over a certain time and them don't commit no crime, it's just a matter of you not being documented, whether you commit crime or not, or it's criminal mostly my deal with.
The executive orders is dealing with undocumented illegal people in the United States.
Okay, yeah. Whether
not just
criminal or not. Yeah, whether you're criminal or not. The law. Right, because Mutena, what he's saying, you've broken U.S. immigration law. Immigration law, yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
But Muta, too, even with the 5,000 Jamaicans, facing the deportation. And as Diane just said, being on a potential deportation list, as Diane said, doesn't mean immediate removal. Yeah. Each person has individual rights, and they may have different legal options. So I should talk about the legal toolbox. Some may be eligible for relief that they haven't even yet explored. And so the existence of a list, I think it really means that preparation is critical. Not that deportation is inevitable, but, people need to prepare.
And this is where you come in. This is where
where we come in. This is where the attorney comes in. People,
all right.
and it's...
All right, put your step by step. What is it that if somebody come into, and they are undocumented, what chance them have of staying there? What can you do to help them to stay?
Right. So, most importantly, Mota, we look at their documentation. So look at the legal documents that they have, right? We schedule a consultation, and in that consultation, we're able to kind of review their information, review if there is any pending immigration cases that they have, because a lot of these people sometimes have pending cases too, unattended. A lot of these people sometimes
ignore it.
They ignore it. A lot of you find a lot of people sometimes got deported. They didn't even know that they were ordered removed, and them find love and them get married again. Yeah. And when it's time to file that case, we realize, guess what? But this person was ordered removed from 2003 and they never known. So we bring we in the consultation, we're able to kind of do a deep dive into their history. Did you file taxes? Who is that eligible sponsor that is gonna be able to sponsor you? Whether that is a child, whether that is a spouse, whether that is a parent, and from all of that information, we're able to kind of create a good strategy, or immigration strategy, as we normally call it, to kind of find what eligible options or relief are out there for them.
All right. The person I just mentioned a while ago, where his wife is Venezuelan and them deport her, and she had a thing for the courts. Him said next week. I don't know if it's the first day of this deportation them deport her, but she get deported, and him might say, he might vote for Trump too. I don't know if he thinks because I vote for Trump that I go cover that case. But what is it that can be done for that Bridget?
So let me chime in, Muta. You see, for me here, somebody their court, Muta, we know already them in some wrangling with the government. You don't get to deportation or get before put in front of the judge unless there's some history or something going on.
Right. It's not a case where you have to go in the court to find out if you can be what them call it, a citizen or a green card holder. Not that you don't go to court to do that. Okay.
You don't need to do that. That can be easily ascertained. Before. You don't need to go court to go prove. In fact, Muta, if I walk down the street and then stop me, they can easily ascertain. So wait, they want naturalized citizen. She's Jamaican, but she's sorted. They don't need to put me in front of a judge to prove that. So with that gentleman you're talking about, that family you're talking about, Muta, the moment you tell me them have court next week, the first thing I would ask them for, give me an alien number, because the fact you're in front of a judge means there's something. The government has already started something.
Them find something.
Something there, man. And if they remove it before court, it means that something went done bad and gone. Some people have some wound and them not cure it. It's bad and gone a long time, and you probably have a second chance go in front of a judge, and it's like you run out a runway. If the government mess up Muta, we have something called a writ of mandamus as attorneys. If we sign for that family, like the government really messed that one year up, we can ask them to produce the body, bring the body back to us. And so there's repercussions in the law. So it's not a wild, wild west out here. No, the media will make it look like it's a wild, wild west. What the government has said is, look, you're coming through the border, you're there more than 14 years, less than 2 years, they don't file the application, we're sending you back home. What is your business?
Okay. All right. So what to the one them who them claim that I eat cats and dogs and all these things. What who it is said that them legitimately there, them have work, them have people who sponsor them. And them is Asian, and them say Asian have the biggest in terms of Caribbean who supposed to get deported. Asian depend the number one, number one. You know, them say Dominican Republic is number 2 and Jamaica number 3. What is it that,
on the list?
On the list, yeah.
On the list, they say Muta?
Yeah, that list them here, yeah.
No, man, in India and Guatemala they are top. India have 200 and I have the list.
No, in the Caribbean.
For the Caribbean, okay.
No, the Caribbean me talk about. Them said Haiti is 1, Dominican Republic is 2, and Jamaica is 3. But me I say now, those cats and dogs people where them claim about the place now, and people have vouched them, the worker, the employer have vouched them and thing, and them say them legitimately there, them not have no problem. No problem them now have.
If I can add to that, Wolipa people migrate differently, you know. Remember them people the way I talk about them migrate differently. Most of them are hire big lawyer from the beginning of their process.
You mean the Asian them anyway, the cats and the dogs?
You mean people from Haiti or Asia?
No, Haiti man. You remember Donald Trump do the debate and him say they are eating cats and they are eating dogs and all this thing. And then no, the people. No, but the people them come out. The people them come out and say, no, them legitimately there. See?
Because remember, Haiti have different protections in the United States, and they have what we call temporary protected status. Because one, they were affected by the earthquake of 2010. So they will have a little bit of protection. Because they'll get something called temporary protected status. It's not no big nothing, you know, but it's something to protect them temporarily. That will not expire on
when the temporary will expire? When?
It's going to expire next year.
2026.
Right.
Yeah.
That time they've gone how much is it, 10 million? That means them gone at a million already and ready to deport them now. There be that problem. All right. I am told they say that it gets, I don't know, you have to tell me if it's true, that it gets so deep now that if you used to send money, if you're illegal and you used to send money to your family in Jamaica, them now going to start to investigate by going to the people, like what them call them again, people them who you send money in what them call them people the way you go out the thing and send money.
Remittances.
Remittance.
Them and say no, the people them in a problem with sending remittance because them going now I forgot no write them name, write them whether them have a card or them have a passport, must write it on the paper in order to send the money, and that is where now the problem lie with a whole heap of Jamaican, because Jamaican remittance is part of the whole GB, what them call it, the money where
GDP.
The GDP thing. How that will work now? It's true that them are going to do that?
Well, Diane, I'll chime in. So I know starting July 1st, started to talk about implementing restrictions that would kind of affect that money transfer thing. But the truth is, Muta, people just have to kind of take practical legal steps, make some proper arrangements. I mean, you know, these government, the government, is President Trump. All of them will come up with a lot of these policies and what they want to do, but people still have to live, and so they have to make proper arrangements. I tell my clients, listen, open your account with the major national banks. You have banks like Bank of America, you have banks like Chase, you have Wells Fargo. Set up direct deposit with your employer if you haven't already, right? You can establish bank-to-bank transfers as well through these national banking institutions. So look into these things, and look into even other major money transfer services that operate nationally, because it's not just MoneyGram and Western Union. There are so many more of these apps that you can use to kind of send money, to your family, and they're federally regulated as well. So
but Bridget, I'm gonna tell you something.
There's a lot of talk and censorship in the media, but people just kind of have to operate.
No, it's some other liar. It's some other liar. I'm here. I say it. It's some other liar. I'm here. I say it.
Yeah, I don't know, you can chime in on the legal part of it, but from a practical standpoint, those are just some tidbits I would kind of suggest.
Yeah, but Bridget,
migrants.
You watch out. Me have some Bridget. You could have deal. Him now going to no bank or put no money in America. Because him just a hustle upon the level. Him just a hustle upon the level that if him get all $200 or $300, him just send it come to Jamaica. And him now go, him no work in no factory neither. Him a hustle whatsoever the hustling is. I get them money they send them picnic. And them people that me had even not talk about go to Fargo Bank and all them so much Fargo. Fargo far. It not go nowhere at all.
I think the goal of that law, is to really maintain. I don't think it's so much more about status. It's to maintain legal financial activities while they comply with state regulations. So, I mean, I think the onus at the end of the day is on them to just always work with a licensed, regulated financial institution and just keep proper documentation of them.
Bridget, you're Jamaican? They sound like a Jamaican. They also like a Jamaican. We can tell you something.
Hear me, Mota. A Brownstone me come from, and I know a lot of people are listening now. Boxing, to be exact.
All right, let me tell you something.
I used to go to a boxing.
A long time you left here. You ever tell you about Jamaica now? No care all the thing legal. Them going to find a way to get it illegal. So you have some man, a foreigner right now, especially in New York. When them send them money, first of all, some of them don't want to go to Western Union, but two them not nobody, them go to Western Union. Them man there, nah go to bank or put no money in it. As them get the money, so them send something down, and them have all family up there, so to know, them just deal with them family up there, so, and send them $300, go down there, so. All right. Them man there, and them man them here talk now, them no legal. Them not illegal in America, but them are send money go foreign. What I am told is that because you go through because them realize that people go through the financial system like how them call them, Western Union.
The MoneyGram and them things.
Yeah. One of the way if you catch the illegal man is to say, all right, you send money go to Jamaica, we need you for get a next farm in a Western Union stating where you get the money from, and your what them call it, your identification code and all them stuff there. So it's not true that then. It's not true.
Yeah, until they pass the law, Mota, I would say we wait. But a lot of people, because even with what's going on now, if you don't be careful, you go crazy, because there's so many different perspectives and ideas from people. With just some of these executives when not go so. So it's just a matter of time until them.
Yeah, them not do it yet, I can't tell me here is not something with them do already, It's something with them I go do. That's what me say. That's something with them do already, because me have some bridge, I'm foreign there, You could have deal them now, go on a bank or put no money in there, That even them they are Jamaica, them do. All
you do, Muta, tell them if them have a auntie will come down, them just Give them something.
Send it to them. Argue somebody for them. To put it in
and keep in mind, we're talking about one state. So this is not a national conversation, Muta. We're talking about the state of Florida, which is a conservative state where the president has cronies. We're not talking about the United States.
So Diane, hear about it.
Florida.
No, Diane, you hear about what I say, don't it?
Yeah, but it's only in the state of Florida, because I live in Florida. The only state that's thinking about doing that is Florida. If
Florida. Then Jamaica can colonize Florida. But Jamaica colonize Florida,
But then you do a bypass, Muta, send the money go up on New York, send the money go around Georgia. You know what I mean?
You see?
Bypass Florida.
Diane, me love you. Me love you. Me like how you talk.
Yeah, just buy. Yeah. I hear you loud and clear, because my mother was like that. My mother came here in the 80s. I feel like money tie up and I want to look something. So I come and say, no, mommy, open one bank account, because I have to assimilate when you got no man's land. Sometimes you have to do a no man, you have to put a little money in a bank. You have to pay a little tax. So when I speak your Muta, you can't say to the lawyer, look, I might not legal, but I pay my taxes, see proof here. Because those are things, Muta, we take to the judge, and we can say, look, Mr. Mutabaruka has lived in the United States for 7 to 10 years. Every single year he paid his taxes. Judge, have mercy on him. Do not deport him. What I find is a lot of individuals don't have no proof, that they don't know when they come in. They don't know where they worked, when last they worked. So we need to be able to prove, because the United States everybody should be law-abiding citizens. That's their big thing. Right. So we need to be able to prove that you're a law-abiding citizen.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
And I know, say the law-abiding citizen is always a sneaking one too.
Listen, man. Talk the truth. Talk the truth.
Anyway, look at. All right. Them have a number where them are go through with. You think it feasible to deport 10 million people in 4 years?
It's gonna clog. It's going to be a logistical nightmare. Right now they have a big muscle. I think in about 30, 60, or 90 days, that muscle is going to tire. We don't have enough detention beds. I was just in Louisiana in a prison where one agency have 64,000 beds for immigrants. Now the president is saying...
Hold on. Really? One agency have 64,000 beds?
Geo Group. Yes. You have to follow the money now. You see in this country, Muta, you have to follow the money. These detention centers, these facilities are owned by politicians. Geo Group Inc. I'm not making it up. It's out there. To read and write, you look. Geo Group has 64,000 beds. The government pays Geo Group Inc. to house these immigrants. Right. It's like moving cattle. They've taken ownership of people and they're moving them around like they're cattle.
Yes.
I think the muscle eventually is gonna tire.
And the money go down.
The money tired, man.
The money look like it's a weird road too,
It's a weird road and it's a tired, and then a lot of civil rights problems are going to be faced where you're detaining United States citizens. You're going into schools and taking children. At some point, Americans are going to rebel, because it's going to touch close to home of people who think they have no concern. It's going to touch in their backyard.
Yes. When it face you realize there's something wrong. Well, Mama, I can tell you something. I hope when I come to America, you're there Florida, you say? The one there Florida?
Yeah, man, me there right at Tampa.
Why don't you go over Florida and colonize the place? Why don't you colonize the place?
It's son. The son, we love the son.
I'm going to talk to Chumbo to me,
We know the son, man. We love the son.
They want to Jamaica son. I two different sons, One in Florida, one. You're close to the sun.
No, man, when you come to Florida, you can't do Jamaica every month.
Like half hour.
I forgot to say I forgot to say I lie. I can't afford it. What you want me to say?
You can't do that.
Respect. Never own that one day. I'm going to own it. I'm going to own that blessing.
No, but me realize, I will if I only there Florida, some people never see for a long time. I say, wait, where you live? Say, well, it's a Dade County, I live in a Fort Lauderdale, I live. I say, what do you going on here, so? Me now move come over there, don't know, you know. Me not move it, come over there. Oh, that's still right.
You know, you have to move, you can still come and get the document and we can do a process and protect it and you go back. So, people need to know that green card. Yeah, man. If you have extraordinary abilities and you qualify for the green card, you can apply for the green card. There are processes in place that we can apply to immigration to kind of protect that green card. You go back to you go and come.
Yeah, I have extraordinary ability. I walk barefoot for 40 years. I have extraordinary ability.
That is extraordinary.
Of course. But one front I jump now. Some person say, no, this brother, put him still sit on beside me, man. Anyway, we give thanks, you know, give thanks for the information we give us still. I just tell the Jamaican people them.
And if people need to reach out to us, the Mota, Diani, run your number then.
Phone number, yeah.
Winter Law, just Winter from Upper Claremont. Diani Winter from Upper Rural Street, Claremont, PO St. Anne, Ferncourt High School. Rural
no, give me a number, give me a number.
Listen.
Give me a number.
813.
Hold on. Say it slow, my brain's not good. Come, give me the number.
All right, for me, my telephone number is 813-807-7015. Winter Law Practice.
Yeah, I have that.
And we are global.
And Mr. Johnson, Dr. Johnson.
And for me, Mota, 929, put one before.
Hey, hold on there.
Jamaica.
What kind of doctor you be?
PhD. So, me have a background
what kind of doctor? Wait, no, man. Yeah, give me more letters rather than tell me where you be.
No, man, not medical doctor. PhD.
No, me know not a medical doctor. But you couldn't turn lie and left doctor. Anyway, give me the number. 929-444-3288. And people can follow us on Facebook. 3288. Yeah.
They can follow us on Facebook, Mota. We're on Instagram, same way. You know, we have an office in Runnery Bay, St. Anne as well. Shop number 4. Yeah, man. Shop number 4, Mom's Village Plaza. So people who need guidance as well, you know, can go in the office and set up a consult and thing, and we'll work with them.
929-444-3288.
Right, 929.
Yeah, 444-3288. And the other one is 813-807-7015.
Right.
That is Diane, who don't live our dialect at somewhere else. To keep it with her up on boat and ship and plane with it. All right, give thanks.
All right, thanks, Mota, for having us.
Yeah, man.
Thank you, Mota, for having us. Respect.
When me come on Friday, I'm going to call you, know.
Yeah, man.
And that's when we come to Jamaica, I'm going to call you.
Yeah, man, of course.
But we're calling when you come to Jamaica.
You have to show me your papers, though.
Yeah, man, no problem.
All right, give thanks.
All right, Mr. Baruka. All right.
System and order in Jamaica, creating disunity and more division among the people by introducing.
The other day, we don't hear enough of that go on. They must say between Haiti and Jamaica. We are hear that again, I guess, because we are going in Haiti and all. But we still are say it's not too late for the government of Jamaica to talk to the government of America. Given that all the gun them was made in America. A pair brand new gun, the man them are saying come to Jamaica, and because second hand gun will fire already. Them need to talk to the American government about what them doing towards, just like how them are hold up them border, and I talk about them are protect them border from criminal. We need to protect our border from guns coming into the country from America. It come like these people scared. You know, so the Mexican woman just stand up and talk. And we see her, even the little lady, Matley from Barbados there. She just talk when she want to talk and just talk it. You know, these guys who are run this place are in the interest of the people. Them need to show say them is political leaders. You know, them go like them no want do the thing or the thing supposed to do, or we know what to do. We can't go talk to Trump. We can't go talk to the minister or whatsoever in America. And them supposed to do it. And we continue to tell them, say, the gun, them know, so the gun them come from America too, you know. Them know. And there's no stemming of it as a part of it. Come like more gun are coming to Jamaica now than anything else. Yeah, more gun are coming to Jamaica. So all the guys them can make it coming to Jamaica from foreign. And them now want to make it stop from coming to Jamaica as political leaders of Jamaica. You know, long me hear the Minister of National Security talk about 200 gonna come in per month. Me never yet hear them get 200 gun in a 1 month yet in a Jamaica. And him know that through him intelligence, I show him that. Shows him no intelligent. And whosoever feed him that intelligence don't know what them I say. Or them know what them I say, but them is incapable of preventing these things from happening. I have to eat it from the source. The source is America. America is the source of it. And we need some people who can go there, go stand up in front of whosoever responsible and say, look, you know, it's not right. We are a small country. We can't work with it away there. So we can't beg the man them too, if we beg them, you know. We can't just beg them money for this and money for that, you know. We beg them and say, do we beg you. Do something about the gun them are coming out Jamaica, no, sir. Yes. Be like a Jamaican. We want something done. Put by your sad face and cry with them too. And show them how serious it is.
Sure that it is formulating a response to the potential mass deportation of undocumented Jamaicans and the freezing of aid from United States. This amid public concerns about the potential impact to the country. Information Minister Dr. Dana Morris Dixon noted that the National Security Council met last week to discuss the matters. She said the Minister of Foreign Affairs has been in dialogue with partners in the USA and should provide the public with an update soon.
The National Security Council met last week Thursday. They met and they were looking at these matters. And so we have not been, ignorant of them. We've been looking at them. We've been assessing them. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs has been in constant dialogue with our U.S. partners, as they always have. And the minister will be giving further updates in very short order in relation to this. But please rest assured that up to the level of the National Security Council, we've been looking at these matters and developing positions in relation to our response to them. And you will definitely be the first to hear, the members of the media, in relation to our responses to what is happening on those fronts.
Information Minister Dr. Dana Morris Dixon. And over 5,000 Jamaicans are expected to be deported from the United States as that country clamps down on illegal immigrants based on new orders from President Donald Trump. According to a document from the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE, as at November 24, 2024, there were just under 1,500,000 non-citizens on ICE's non-detained docket with final orders of removal. On a list of over 200 home countries for the illegal immigrants, Jamaica had 5,120 persons slated for removal. ICE gave the information as response to queries about the number of persons with final orders of removal and reasons for difficulty with removal. The agency pointed out that there are various reasons for its inability to effect removal of some persons. These include persons seeking relief or protection from removal, such as through asylum or withholding. ICE noted that removals are done in collaboration with the countries from which the illegal immigrants came, and that lack of cooperation delays the process. This lack of cooperation by some countries to accept the return of their nationals results in the countries being classified as uncooperative or at risk of non-compliance. Jamaica is among 11 countries deemed by ICE to be at risk of non-compliance. Police are at a crime scene of Whitehall Avenue in St. Andrew where 3 people were reportedly shot, 2 of them fatally this afternoon. The identities of the deceased have not yet been released. Head of the St. Andrew North Police, Acting Superintendent Randy Sweeney, said the incident occurred sometime around 3 p.m.
I can confirm 3 persons were shot and injured, 2 succumbed. A brief detail of the incident is that men were at a bar when a white wagon motor vehicle, could be an AD wagon, could be a Pro Box, drove up. Men alighted from same and opened gunfire. That's information that we're getting now.
Head of the St. Andrew North Police, Acting Superintendent Randy Sweeney. The Little London High School has activated its grief counselling team following the death of a grade 7 student this morning from what's believed to be self-inflicted gunshot wound. 13-year-old Keyshawn Watson died at hospital while being treated for a gunshot wound to the head. Reports from the West Plain Police said that Keyshawn was allegedly playing with a firearm at a residence in the Georges Plain community when it went off. Head of Operations for the West Plain Police, Deputy Superintendent Sean J. Mitchell, said police are trying to ascertain how the student acquired the firearm.
The 13-year-old child, Keyshawn Watson, who was a student of the Little London High School, was playing with a firearm when it went off and shot him in the head. He was taken to hospital where he was admitted in serious condition. However, he subsequently succumbed to his injuries. The information at this time is suggesting that he was the one who inflicted that wound to his head by accident. The police are still conducting further investigations into the incident to determine how he came by the firearm and, of course, try to locate the firearm and or the individuals who may have possession of it. We are doing what we consider a death investigation until we are in possession of all of the facts, including forensic data and ballistic information.
Head of Operations for the West Plain Police, Deputy Superintendent Sean J. Mitchell. Meantime, Principal of Little London High School Garfield James said the school's guidance department is working with the Education Ministry to provide emotional and psychological support to Keyshawn's classmates. He added that the school will provide further support to Keyshawn's family through its welfare committee. The Education Ministry says it has not identified any incident of the strawberry quick drug in Jamaican schools. This following the circulation of an image of the drug on social media alongside claims that it was being distributed in Jamaican institutions. In a statement today, the Education Ministry said it continues to actively monitor and work closely with law enforcement and school administrators to ensure the safety of students. It urged parents and guardians to have open discussions with their children about the dangers of accepting food or candy from unknown sources. Meantime, Portfolio Minister Dana Morris-Dixon said despite there being no verified report of Strawberry Quick, schools should reinforce messages regarding food safety and report any suspicious activity immediately. The Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation, KSAMC, has named the members of the panel that will be conducting an administrative review of building approval processes. They are Dr. Copeland Stupart, an Associate Professor of Urban and Regional Planning at the University of Technology, Lorna Perkins, an Urban and Regional Planning Consultant, and Kevin Guscott, a consultant with nearly 40 years of experience in real estate, urban planning and sustainable development. More from Patrice Walters.
The panel was established following concerns raised about inefficiencies in the KSAMC's development approval processes and the enforcement of planning and building guidelines. It is expected to undertake a comprehensive assessment of the procedures, laws, and regulations governing the corporation's planning and development framework. In a statement this afternoon, Kingston Mayor Andrew Swaby said the panel will enhance transparency, consistency, and accountability in the development approval process. He noted that the review panel comprises 3 distinguished professionals with extensive expertise in urban planning, development, and sustainable practices. It's expected that Dr. Copeland Stewart, Lorna Perkins, and Kevin D. Guscott will focus on identifying weaknesses and deficiencies within the current development application process and proposing actionable recommendations. Key objectives of the panel include aligning municipal processes with international best practices, developing clear procedures to enhance transparency and consistency, as well as establishing a planning risk profile for applications. The deliverables include a comprehensive assessment document, recommendations for updated procedures for application processing, a public awareness presentation to share findings and plans, as well as a full implementation and monitoring plan. Reporting for RFM News, I'm Patrice Walters.
Expanding testing and outreach initiatives are among strategies the Health Ministry is using to bolster implementation of the Know Your Numbers program. Portfolio Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton told Parliament yesterday that the Know Your Numbers program has so far been very effective in getting more people to be aware of their health status, especially as it relates to non-communicable diseases. Dr. Tufton noted that the ministry intends to enhance the effectiveness of the program, bearing in mind the magnitude of the NCD challenge faced by the population. He told Parliament of a 5-pronged approach being taken by the ministry. It includes increasing the number of testing sites and developing specific campaigns targeting high-risk groups.
Expanding testing and outreach initiatives, increasing the number of testing sites, and implement more outreach programs in Sarah, which is the region that would be considered the least performing region and the most populous region, as well as underserved peri-urban areas to close healthcare access gaps, developing regional specific health education campaign targeting high-risk populations with a focus on blood pressure, BMI, and non-communicable disease risk factors. In other words, what this has shown us is that there are some very specific and targeted interventions that may be required. And given the island-wide tour around this concept, we can now go into very specific areas and be more detailed in trying to enhance the outreach.
Also among the strategies is better collaboration with various sectors such as churches and local organizations to promote more screening for NCDs.
Enhancing community-based interventions, which includes fostering more collaboration with local organizations, workplaces, and faith-based groups to increase participation in screening activities and assist with promoting physical activity, health diets, and stress management, and encouraging male health advocates to lead screening efforts and health promotion initiatives. We have actually started to collaborate with organizations, and instead of going into communities, we go into an organization. We have done a few over the last month or so. And then improving referral and follow-up systems, strengthening of referral mechanisms to ensure timely linkages to care for individuals with abnormal results, the use of the health center and the outreach where the public health nurse can actually visit the patient at their homes is something they do now, but they can in fact enhance that intervention by targeting persons whose numbers are abnormal. And some of that is taking place.
Health Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton. 14 children battling congenital heart disease have been given a second chance at life after undergoing heart surgeries at the Bustamante Hospital for Children. These surgeries were conducted by a medical mission led by Professor of Surgery and Pediatrics at the University of Florida Health Congenital Heart Center, Jeffrey Jacobs. A statement from the Southeast Regional Health Authority said the team did the surgeries within 1 week. The medical mission also donated critical medical equipment to the region. Sarah said the contributions, alongside the team's expertise and hands-on training, have strengthened the Bustamante Hospital's capacity to continue delivering high-quality cardiac care to heart patients.